Hey, Steven, how are you doing tonight? And nobody else that's here yet. We're going to start our live stream here now, and it's not going to be a real long one tonight. I'm not in the mood for it too much. Been dealing with mom had an episode again like yesterday, so I was up pretty much all night, so I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. So we probably won't be here real long, but we'll be here for a while. Anyway, hope everybody had a happy Thanksgiving. Now we're up to 5 now. Cool. And getting ready already for Christmas. We're going to try and get the Christmas tree put up later this week. Going to do an abbreviated version of the outside decorations this year because with dealing with mom. So we won't be doing a ton of outside decorations, but I'll get her tree up. That'll keep her happy for 3 or 4 days while she gets it decorated the way she wants it. So with that, let's say we're going to start the stream tonight, and we'll go for a little while, and we'll see where it goes. A little bit here, I'll go get the Camaro out and show it to you. We got it finished, and then the turkey shoot Firebird that we did over the weekend. So I had a long weekend. Up all weekend with that, doing the turkey shoot, and then when the Model and Saturday podcast group build, and then yesterday all night and part of this morning dealing with mom's mental episode. So, hey, be right back. Sorry, guys. It's one of those days. Yeah. Anyway, where were we? I see Mini Mike is here. Kevin is here. JD, how are you doing tonight? Apologize again. I apologize for that. She had a mental episode yesterday, and it's still bleeding over a little bit today. I thought we were done, but apparently not. So if I have to bail out again, I apologize. Yeah, I had to mute. You guys didn't need to hear what she was saying. So anyway, we're back. Gonna do a couple. I do a couple things tonight. I'm working on the chassis for the 300C limousine. I got it put together. I got my interior already getting it cut apart and put together. So it's just it doesn't look like it. This is the front half, and here's the rear half, and they fit in this way. There we go. There, and then the seats will go in. Front seats go in here. So that's. I know the light's kind of moisten it all out, but yeah, that's how it's gonna look. I did get the chassis extended and put together, but I need to do some more reinforcing on it right now. It's just held together by a butt joint. I need to, and a little piece of plastic I got stuck into the transmission tunnel. So I need to put a little more reinforcement on that. Work on that a little bit tonight. The body got working on it. Starting putting the fill in the seam where we did the butchery on it, and so that's where we're at on that. And then the original plan was to start the Monkey Mobile tonight, but I don't know if we're going to get there or not. But it will get started. Yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks, Boston. Yeah, we're getting through it. It's like a light switch. It flips on and flips off and flips on and flips off. You just never know from minute to minute. Hey, Marcy, which mom you're gonna get? The one that's fairly sane, or the one that thinks that she still lives in the town she lived in 50 years ago and wants to go to her mom's house, and her mother's been dead for 40 years. Yeah, so try to put that out of my mind a little bit here. We got a fair amount here. Let me go grab the Camaro and the Firebird. Okay. Move this stuff out of the way here real quick. I'll move our camera. There we go. Cool. Like a new laptop. I need to get a new laptop. The one my main one is slowly doing the death roll. It's getting slower and slower and slower. I cleaned everything out in it, but it still seems to be like they have a built-in obsolescence that they just, at one point all of a sudden they just shut down. Anyway, this was the AM or MPC, same difference. MPC 77 Firebird Trans Am kit, and it is a turd. Let me tell you. This kit was a pain from start to finish, and it's still not great. The parts on it aren't good. The proportions are, to me, are off. Even the wheels are kind of crappy, but I did it for the duck stock build for the turkey shoot from the Mono Sandy podcast over the weekend. I didn't have to do it box stock, but to do it in 4 days with the schedule I had going on, I had to do it box stock. We did do it in the purplish is purple. I know the camera's washing it out, making it look more blue than purple. We did put the silver decals on there, and we did stick I know the camera won't find it, but we did put one of our kiss my ass bumper stickers on it on the back. If it's something just sit on your shelf, it's all right. I mean, that's the engine compartment, engine bay. So I did it completely stock. The parts just don't fit together well. It may have been originally tooling was all right, but it's kind of worn out. The back wing is too tall. If I ever get another one, I'll be buying it just to get pieces for parts kit. It was in my weird little brain. I have a vision of making painting a Countach black, putting the Bandit decals all over it, and then putting this nose on the front of the Lamborghini, or at least the top half of it. That's a vision that's floating around in my brain of a build that I would like to do. So that'd be the only reason I would buy another one of these, would be to get the parts to help make that conversion. All right, so that's the Firebird, and I do have one of the Revell ones that I'm going to do soon, which I know is going to be a whole big difference between night and day. Okay, here is our AMT 68 Camaro. In this boxing, it's 68. They use the same tooling for 67, 68, 69. All the difference is they give you different hood and a different grill. We did this one to match, as best I can remember, my Uncle Fred's first Camaro, and it had a doghouse, mailbox, whatever term you prefer on top. On it, it was a turquoise teal blue thing. I actually ordered some of the. I'm going to build it again. This one's going to my cousin. I'm going to build it again for myself, and I'm going to use the exact right color. The color that I had bought that looked right, which I used on the interior, turned out to be too green for the body color. It worked out great for the interior, but it was too green for the body, even though his had that greenish tint because of the oxidation on it. We used the wheels, the Cragar style wheels that came out of the Dart, and then I used the tires out of my parts box, because in the original, this was one of the original releases of this kit when it was AMT and Matchbox were AMT, Matchbox, and Ertl were all intermingled, and the tires that came with it were nasty. They looked like mudding tires that had this huge tread on them, and they were nasty. Anyway, we did use, since I have spares like we all do, the engine I used was the 67 out of the 67 Chevelle Pro Street, but I on the intake manifold I used a different base for the intake manifold, and I used just the top part of the high-rise manifold from the 68 engine, so that the things would sit down lower. Otherwise, even with the high-rise, even with the hood scoop, you couldn't put the hood on. But other than that, we did We did not wire this one, so it's going to him and it's going to sit on a shelf. We did add the master cylinder out of the Chevelle box, and that's about. Oh, also his had this kit came with the lake pipes, which his did have, but I added ladder bars or traction bars that I took out of the Revell 68 Firebird kit that I have boatloads of. And since we used a different engine, I did have to make a new drive shaft out of brass tube. And then what we put the Vroom license plate on the back of it. So that's our Camaro. So this one is going to my cousin, is my uncle's son, one of his sons anyway. He has 3. The one that lives here in town, close to us, he's getting this one for Christmas, and then I will build another one for myself, and I will deck that one out and do show type work on it. Okay, so thanks, Kevin. I did a little short tutorial videos on how on how I did it, how I did undo that. I know there's a lot of different ways to do it, and mine may not be the best, but it's the one that works for me. And I'm gonna try to do a few more. Oh, Skelly keeps falling over here. You can't even see him; he's off frame. I'm gonna try over the course of this next year to try and do a few of those short tutorial things on how I do my process of different things like that. Doing a vinyl top. Who knows as I go along. Doing something a little more radical like this. Not on that, probably not on that one, but the kit bashing type stuff. Finding found stuff, maybe do a found stuff series or something. Just I'm gonna try to more engagement a little bit, and also we're not all master model builders. I'm not a master model builder. I learn new stuff every day. But if I can pass along 1 or 2 of the tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, then it helps someone else, and that's always a good deal. Hey Rick, how you doing? Yeah, he's here. He keeps falling over. He doesn't want to stand up now. There he goes. Okay, so the Johan Roadrunner. I'll keep an eye out for one, Marcy, if I see one. I don't do another show until March, but that show that we do that Jimmy went to with me last time, just a couple weeks ago, that one has a boatload of Johan kits and the demo cars and stuff like that in there. There's a lot of old stuff. See, the prices were that we saw in the last one. When if Jeff comes in, he can talk to you more about it. It was not real bad. Most of them were in most of the Johan kits were in the 80 to 100 range, and the one I got for him, was able to talk him down to $50. So for the promo, and there were boatloads of those promo cars there. So that might be an option if I can find. You see a '69 Roadrunner promo car kit, which is probably a Johan kit, just already put together. I'll keep my eye out, see if I find anything. Yes, I know there's a paint that there's a texture paint that you can spray. There's either ProTech or one of those companies has like a vinyl tape kit that you can use to put on there. I never had good luck trying to do tape. I know a lot of people put on the masking tape. The old the painter's tape down and just paint it because that gives it the texture. Yeah, so I mean, there's lots of ways to do it. I've done it 3 times now with the paint method, and I'm really happy with how that turned out all 3 times. And this one, this hard one, this gets a little bit better for me every time. So, hey GB, how are you doing? So yeah, it seems to me that what works for me. Say your results may vary. Anyway, let's let me work on this a little bit. Cut a few pieces of cleats to firm up this chassis. Get another good tip. Go to your local Walmart and get one of these or plastic for sale signs. It's gonna cost you about a third of the price of a sheet of evergreen, and you're getting about 4 times as much. And it goes one goes a long way for just straight sheet stock. It's a good thickness to work with. Yeah, that's the problem I had with the one time I did try it. It seemed like after 6 or 9 months, I looked at the car and the corners that were starting to peel up, and I ended up kind of peeling it up and putting a little super glue under it and sticking it back down, but it didn't look as good. Paint kind of cracked when I did that. I don't even have that car anymore. I gave it away. Let's see. I don't really want to do anything on the bottom because it's already pretty even. And, do need to grind it down a little flatter though. Yeah, and she got the stuff from like the 1950s, and that crap will never come off. Okay. There you go. AMT did a 69 GTX. Would not be difficult to convert into a Roadrunner. They made it both the convertible and hardtop. It won't cost you as much as a Johan kit. Yeah, peel, blister, and fade. Yeah, and rust underneath. Oh, it's got to be a Johan because it's a Michigan thing. Okay. Sure that's not plastic yet. Cause issue. It'll be all right. Yeah, I'll look when we go to that show in March because they had a lot of promo kits and Johan kits there, and they weren't super expensive. Jimmy was getting promo kits for $30 or so, and I know I got Jeff's Johan kit for 50. It wasn't well. It was a rebuilder. It wasn't. It was already built, but everything was there. Make a mess everywhere. All right. All right, we got those. Got some cleats in there. That'll help strengthen the chassis pan up. I built the Roadrunner, but it was a later model. I think it was a Revell kit. It was a GTX version. I think it was like a 70. Yeah, I can go look. Complete. Where's my completed? Completed. I built one for the guy that works on my car. He's a big Dodge nut, and he usually fixes my car in exchange for a case of beer. So I built him one. I built him one of the GTXs. I'm trying to find where it was. I can tell you what it was. If I find it. No, it's not there. Where's there? Oh, I can't find it. Oh, there it was, the 71. 71 Plymouth GTX, and it was Revell kit. Yep, that's what it was. 71 GTX Revell kit. That's the one I built. I don't know. They are. They can welcome if they want to. AMT did the 68 Roadrunner. Yeah, anybody's welcome. You're always welcome. I'll make a small plate for the bottom here. Try to make it look like it belongs. Nobody's going to see the bottom but me. Me, and well, I guess you guys will see the bottom. I have to cut myself again. That's all right. Nobody wants to come in. I'm not going to be here real long tonight anyway. So I've got to deal with crap with mom that can blow up again at any moment. So that'll work. That'll work. Hey Jim, how you doing tonight?
Oh, doing all right, Bob. Still a little sleep deprived from the Insanity Turkey shoot weekend.
Yeah, I had a good time. That A&T kit was more of an issue than anything else, but
Yeah, I heard you saying earlier. I could say similar with my kit because doing that Revell little helicopter there, every single piece had mold lines that needed to be cleaned. I started Thursday evening because we were doing the family thing earlier in the day, and yeah, basically I think it was well into Saturday before I was able to do more than just cleaning mold lines. It was kind of nuts, but it was fun.
it didn't help a whole lot here. It decided to get uber cold and snowed Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so made painting a little more difficult. And then I was having
Ooh, yeah.
boatloads of equipment issues with it, so it's built, it's
Now,
done. It will be if I
you
ever get one again, it'll be strictly for parts.
right? Do you like? Are you like out in the garage painting kind of thing,
What was that?
or when you're painting, are you like out in the garage, or you got some spot, or is it just
Uh,
me?
I'm down here in the basement, so
Weather.
I basically just have to open the back door and I stand there at the back door and spray out the door
Okay, yeah. So the weather's a big deal.
for
Yeah.
the spraddle cans. But for a lot of my airbrushing, I pretty much stick to acrylics or just doing touch ups where I can. Kevin keeps falling over here, keep knocking him over.
Yeah, I got a little homemade. Well, you can kind of see in the back over my shoulder a homemade booth over there. I've got the furnace filter and goes into one of those. What do they call it? Basically, it's things you can put on your dryer if you don't have an outside vent. There's a
Yeah,
little in the bottom that does that. But I've got some filter media stuffed into that, so it goes through the filter into that filter in and out. So it's not too bad. It doesn't do too great with the real heavy stuff, you know.
I'm going to set up, well, I've got a booth to set up, but I don't really have space for it. And then until we get stuff squared away with, I mean, my mom, it's facts are facts. My mom's going to have to go into assisted living probably within the next 3 or 4 months. And then I'm going to sell her house, sell my house, and move somewhere smaller. Because I don't need to be where I'm at in a big house, and I don't need to be, her house is way too big. And so
I'm sorry you're having to deal with that.
Sell them both and get into somewhere smaller. So then once that happens, I can do a permanent setup.
Right.
But yeah, there's no sense in getting too deep into it now. I'm going to have to tear it all down in 3 or 4 months and make a move.
Well, I'm sorry you're having to deal with that.
Yeah, it's part of life, I guess. She took care of me for 18 years. At least I can do is take care of her for her last years.
Yeah, well, I agree.
Okay, that's as firm as the original one would be.
So did you have much trouble figuring out what you wanted to do for the turkey shoot? Because I know you were saying basically there isn't much you haven't done.
No, I grabbed that. I had that AMT kit sitting here because I was putzing with the parts for. So I've got the idea in my brain to do a Lamborghini Countach up as a Firebird Trans Am. So I was seeing if the nose off that car would fit on the monogram. I got a monogram Lamborghini kit here, and it will fit. So I had it laying here. So I'll buy another one when I get ready to start that Frankenstein. Somewhere in the future.
And at the moment, I'm playing around with the AMT, the Hot Wheels Opel GT.
Cool.
I'm going to do a stock. Part of the Grandpa Mark's December group build. They've got the you do any show or movie type vehicle, and so I'm doing this one because it's the only car I can find that they actually, one of what they drove in the series for Get Smart.
Yeah.
He had the Opel GT in the last season. But I'd love to do the Sunbeam, but can't find anything like that. And
they're out there.
So.
I've seen 2 or 3 of them in the last year or so.
Really? Because I couldn't even find any mention of anybody having made one. So
yeah, the Sunbeam.
The Sunbeam Tiger, yeah.
I know Matthew Enman has one. He got about a year within the last year. He picked up. May have even been at Acme. Chris Cortell had built one years ago. It was part of one of the group builds he did it for. Yeah, they're out there.
Huh. I guess I just didn't do too well looking around.
Look over real quick. I can probably see if I can find it. I'll tell you who made it. Unless one of those guys beat me to it.
Oh, that's right. I'm not looking at the chat. There we go. I guess Kevin wants to know who I am.
AMT made it. It's an AMT kit.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, so I just did a real lousy job looking. Or nobody had anything readily available.
It came out. It's fairly recent. It came out in 2016. Was the last time it was released.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, new boxing in 2016. That was the last time it came out.
Huh.
There's the box art.
No kidding.
AMT 2016. Sunbeam Tiger. There you go.
It was probably more matter that I couldn't find anything in the time frame I wanted. It's probably more the issue, but yeah, I'd love to do that one. Well, thank you for that.
No problem. No, no, because every time somebody on one of their stash ads or something shows that car, and says, "Oh, you can do the Get Smart car." Over here before I knock you over. Oh. There you go. See, Ricky. Rick said they even did a Get Smart version of the AMT Sunbeam.
Huh. Well, if it's got the machine gun, then it won't have the V8. I was reading about how they originally had the V8, and then I think they actually went to the Sunbeam Alpine and changed the badging on it to make it look like the Tiger. And I forget, it was a smaller engine it was in. I don't remember if it was a 4 or a 6, but they had to go with that so they'd have room for the machine gun.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I didn't know until just maybe 5 or 10 years ago that Mel Brooks wrote Get Smart. Was one of the writers.
Oh yeah. He was involved with that.
It all made sense then.
Yeah, it sure does.
Okay, this floor don't need to be too perfect because it's going to get carpet over the top of it anyhow.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do that with this because it's 4 nice big ejector pin marks that are recessed in the floor on this one. So it's like, no, that's fun. Yeah, and here I thought I was gonna have an easier time after the fun I had this weekend with the mash chopper, and it's like this thing's almost as bad so far. Like, oh man, was it? I think it was what? Was it you and Jimmy a couple of live streams ago? We're talking about some of the stuff with the, or maybe I heard it somewhere else, with some of the round 2 stuff where you get stained plastic or maybe changing of color from one to another, and you get some of that in the plastic on some of the stuff they had out there.
A lot of those. Well, I mean, a lot of those companies use whatever color plastic they had in the older days. Whatever happened to be in the hopper that day is what they used. You never knew what you're going to get. I had a couple that had stains in the plastic. I don't know where it came from. They're like brown spots in it.
Yeah, this one had a little bit of that, but it seemed like it doesn't seem like it was embedded in the plastic because it came right out. But it was just dirty.
Yeah, who knows where it came from? It could have been something that was in the mold when I shot it. It may have had some smuts in it.
Yep.
Who knows? Exactly. And they used whatever lot early days, they used whatever color plastic they had handy that day is what color plastic you got.
Right.
Goes there. It feels like it's here tight. Hey, Box Docs, how you doing tonight? Well, when we get there, which hopefully will be soon, when we hit 1,500 here, we're gonna do a giveaway, and I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna do a gift card for Mark Twain Hobby, and then you can get what the winner can get whatever they want to get.
Oh, that's nice.
It'll be a little bit of a pain because their website isn't set up to use their gift cards through their website. You'll have to pick out what you want and call them, and then I can and with the gift card, and they'll send it to you. But
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
not too bad. But
This is a way you can make it work.
it wouldn't seem like it'd be that difficult for them to set themselves up to use the gift card, their own gift cards on their own site. But apparently it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're supposed to be back up in the 50s tomorrow, so all our snow should go away for now.
Yeah, there's a chance we're going to get some tomorrow night into Thursday morning. We're on that. We might, my particular spot, we're talking maybe 1 to 3. Western Mass is talking about more. And then just rain by Boston, but we'll see how it goes. Always with the first one of the year, that's when everybody gets stupid because they all forget that they knew how to drive in the snow.
Oh yeah.
It takes them a little bit to remember. It's like, oh, I can't drive like a moron. I have to actually pay attention.
Up to the point where I'm pretty much self-sufficient that I know a storm's going to come in a couple of days. I pretty much have a week's worth of supplies here in the house, so if I don't have to go nowhere, I don't.
Yeah. Good way to be.
Let those idiots figure it out, and then I can.
Yeah, by the time you have to go out,
You know,
they've
tell my
remembered.
try to get it. They've got the stuff cleared out. Well, it's less than a mile to the grocery store, so if things got bad enough, I could. If I couldn't drive, I could walk it if I had to. Used to only be 2 blocks, but that grocery store closed down. Yeah, owner retired and couldn't find anybody to buy it from him. It was a thriving business, but he didn't want to do it no more, and nobody wanted to buy it from him, so he just shut it down.
That's a common story. Seems to happen a lot with stuff like that in family businesses. You know, it's like, yeah, I've been doing this all this time. Kids aren't interested, and you know, the way it goes.
His neither a son or daughter wanted to take over, and so I just the same thing happened with our Hardys here in town. That people wanted to retire and they couldn't find anybody to buy it, and none of their family wanted to take it over. Again, another thriving business. They did gangbusters because they were the only game in town as far as a fast food place, and but nobody wanted to take over, buy it from them. So they just sold it, and they turned this building into a gas station. The people who bought the building.
Hmm. Yeah, I did the family business thing for 20 years, so things got too scarce and slow, and right on the beginning of COVID, had to shut it down. That was no fun.
I'm fussing so much. It's 90% of it's not going to be seen. Or covered up with felt. So door cards. Work on the door cards. That's a good place to work on. Business card from the inside out. Yeah, it could be. I mean, if I been handed a turnkey business, a profitable turnkey business.
Well, depending where you're at too, it's between regulations and other stuff. You know, it's not easy. You know, back when my grandfather started it, and then even when my folks were running it after he retired, it was they always talk about you have your own business, you end up dancing in the street and all that kind of stuff. Well, I never get to do any dancing. It was a struggle the whole time. Of course, when I got to it, it was a maturing industry, so there was a lot less factories and stuff around my area than there had been back when they started and everything. It is a lot of work. But you look nowadays, even with small little restaurant places, pizza places and other little kitchens and stuff, it's unbearably hard for them. Places just don't get the last. They might get some, you know, first year or so. Place is new, everybody wants to try it out, and it just kind of fades off. Of course, it seems like even before COVID, the cost of everything would just continue to go up no matter what happened.
Hey Juan, how you doing?
Yeah, Kevin, you got that right. It's definitely easier to do it that way. There's stuff I do miss about, running the business and doing the stuff, but there's plenty of things that I don't. I always loved doing the work. That was never a problem. There's all the extra garbage between the dealing with the latest regulations and changes and all that stuff, and insurances. And, yeah.
Well, thank you, Michael. Yeah, every little bit helps. Especially with StreamYard doubling their prices, and I still haven't figured out exactly what we're doing that on
I was going to ask you about that.
February comes. Yeah, I'm paid through February, so I'll either drop to a free version or I'm going to see if I can find another hosting site that works as equally or close to equally as well as StreamYard.
I did do a quick search after when you were talking about that last time I was on, and found a couple videos on some people that were talking about some alternatives. I don't know how good any of them are because I haven't played with any of that stuff. But hopefully, there's something you can find.
I mean, I can see if they have great prices, but the doubling was a little over the top.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Going from 200 for me, going for like $220 a year to 440 is
that's significant.
If they had to go up $50, I'd have probably have been okay. It sucks, but I'll do it. But
yeah,
when they want to go double it, I think they're shooting themselves in the foot because I think they're going to lose about 75% of their business.
well, hopefully they will, so they can get the message. By then, it'll probably be too late if there is anything equally as good for less out there.
But the only business they'll keep maybe commercial business because they don't give a shit. A large company using them for team meetings and stuff is not going to care if the price goes up from 1,000 to 1,800 or whatever, Because we have the big package, you can do a boatload of stuff with it, but for the little small single person user, they just made the price way too high.
Yeah.
Hey, Wigwag, what's up? How are you tonight? Yeah, I can drop to the free version, uh, which basically means of go from being able to have 10 people in the stream at once down to 6, and then I broadcasting drops down to 720p for maximum. From which I guess is not too big of a deal because YouTube only broadcasts in 720 anyway. The only real advantage of having a paid one is I can record the recording of the streams in case I want to go back and edit parts out of one, which I've only done once or twice, or doing live recording where I could sit down here by myself and do a recording. On the free one, you can't do that, and you're limited to 20 hours a month of stream time.
Wow.
With a paid version, you get unlimited stream time. You can have 10 guests, and you get the 1080p. And you say you can have the recording, and so you get a lot of good stuff for the money, but it's not enough to justify doubling the price. So.
Right. How many live streams do you figure you do in a given month on average?
Depending, at least 4, sometimes 5 or 6. It all depends. In the wintertime, I usually do a lot more than in the summer, just because we're all stuck in the house. But
right.
I do my regular weekly one, and then I may pop out with 1 or 2 odds and ends during the week, just depending on how I feel and what's going on.
I mean, with the 20-hour limit, that might be doable. I mean, you just don't have as much flexibility, you know?
Hey, Marcy.
Knock, knock. Anybody home?
Yeah, we're here.
Nobody here but the chickens.
Cluck, cluck. I expect eggs by morning.
Well, travel posts are over easy.
Coming to you from the new computer. Wow. Like I said, I'm spoiled and my friends are awesome.
World needs more friends like that.
Oh, it's not every day somebody sends you a $1,200 laptop just because they can. My gaming buddy in Massachusetts, he's like, I want to play this game with you, but your computer just can't do it. I'm like, well, then pick another game. And about 2 weeks later, he goes, here's a link, add this to your list. And I put it on my Amazon list, and 3 days later, it was at my door. So,
gee, I'm in Massachusetts. I wonder if I could find it.
I doubt it. He's military. Sometimes he can't find himself.
There you go.
But no, it's one of the Asus Tough gaming books. It's a A16.
Okay.
It's a decent machine. It's got a Christmas tree keyboard. It's sitting here blinking at me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I need to look around local and see if I can find the compatible wireless mouse that goes with it. I tried to order it from the UK, but UK Customs apparently played basketball with the box, and the seller sent me a letter of apology, refunded my money, and said that he wouldn't have it available for another month and a half. So,
That's no fun.
yeah. so I just got to poke around my local electronics places and see if they've got something.
I don't think you and I have talked in a long while. How did the move work out? Okay.
What was that?
I said you and I haven't been on stream in a while together. Haven't talked in a while. Yeah. How did your move go? Did it go okay?
Oh, yeah.
Last,
Yeah, we're mostly moved over, still dealing with the nonsense with getting rid of the old place and all that.
so now you can't find any of your kits, right?
No, I know exactly where everything's at. And 99% of it is stored
Oh, okay.
like before. I just
Oh,
brought
okay.
with the current projects and, whatever basically fits into the room.
Oh, okay.
The closet in the hallway, the walk-in closet in the room, every available corner. Now I still got to organize a bunch of stuff. We got a closet in the hall that's basically more of a pantry than anything. I got to reorganize the stuff that's in there, and it's just basically tossed in there. And then on the right-hand side of it, I can stack up to the ceiling my small boxes. So
Nice.
it's not that big a deal. And I got a bamboo A1 PLA, filament printer. I've been fiddling with that. That was Self Santa. That was my birthday gift, Christmas gift to me. And I got a couple of Warhammer kits from my movie buddy too. That was for my birthday. So.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Yep, I'm officially old still. Your audio keeps backing out. I don't know if it's me or you.
It might be me. I might be talking down into my lap here while I look down at the bench and mumbling some. So most likely me. I don't know if there's much I can do about it, except try to remember to speak up and point myself at the webcam.
Yeah, I use a boom mic, so I don't have to worry about which way I'm facing.
It's up there.
Yeah, mine's actually on my head. It's a headset style.
Yeah, I'm gonna order one of those.
You get a decent Logitech one for like $20.
Well, I have $170 in Sony credits from my credit card that at the end of the month converts to PlayStation credits, and I have no use for anything PlayStation.
Right, you might want to use it for something. Yeah.
Burn them out, and it's like 180 credits or something, so it's gonna cost me like $10 plus shipping for it. I just gotta order it.
Yeah, that works. Boston, I have never had a problem until like the last probably 6 years with damaged stuff in the post, and I've never had a problem with anything coming from another country.
I've only had one. I ordered a model kit. Well, that's that Jaguar that I did earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
The UK when they first came out, and they wrapped the kit box in brown paper and then sent it international.
Yeah.
Needless to say, it came
Amazon does that, and they put the damn sticker right on the box art. I've actually received kits from Amazon with the packing sticker on the box art and not even taped shut.
And if you go to the other extreme,
Luckily, nothing was missing.
This is 2 sheets of bare metal foil.
Yeah, and it's in a 3-inch thick box and padded. Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
In between layers of bubble wrap or
Yes.
flat card. Yep.
If anybody ever wondered about how they're going to get safe from them, yes, you are. Yep,
Remember what I said earlier about Michigan companies.
2 sheets of foil in that box.
Yeah, 2 sheets of foil, and they put it in a box. They normally send the
A book in.
toolkits in or books. Yeah.
Book, yeah. I was thinking when I ordered it, it's like, geez, it's almost $7 for shipping. That's all, like a whole sheet. But now I see why.
Yep.
Because my local hobby shop is still out, so I just went straight to the horse's mouth to get it.
Yeah, it's always best to go straight to them because a lot of the time their product gets set in places where there's no controlled environment. And by the time it gets from Stevens suppliers to the local hobby shops, it's been in improper storage, bad temperature, or not in the original packaging that they ship it out in, etc. And by the time the hobby shops get it, people were having trouble with it sticking and everything like that. I've never had a problem with it. But I've always gotten it directly from them, never bought it at the hobby shop. That's the only difference.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely true that, Boston. You get that stuff and you need to know how to undo origami and cut really closely pulled tie bands. They must have microscopic fingers to get things the way they pack them. I don't get that. Some crazy kind of voodoo going on there.
Those are
But I've never once got anything broken from Japan.
Now, I've only ever had the problem with that one box, and it was their fault. I mean, they wrapped a model kit in brown paper and then sent it international.
Yeah. I had that happen one time with Amazon. And like I said, they didn't even do me the courtesy of the brown paper. They put the packing label right on the box art and ruined the box art. And I don't even know how long ago it was. It's been so long now, I can't remember. Maybe about 10 years ago, I had one package not get to where it was supposed to get. Other than that, my friend Colin in the UK wanted to send me something, and he mailed it. Everything was perfect. He showed me, photos of the package, the address, everything was spot on. And somehow it disappeared in the mail system for 9 months, and he got it back.
Yeah, I've had.
It actually got all the way here to the States, into customs and everything. And then instead of coming through the system to me, it went back to him.
I know when Bruce sent me some stuff earlier this year, it got all the way to my regional post office, and then they sent it back to him. It bounced between Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri regional post offices like 6 times, and then they sent it back to him.
Wow. Was there anything liquid in it? Was there paint of any
No.
kind?
Well, it was a hood scoop from a 66 Nova.
Oh, wow. That's lame. That's just lame and lazy. Ever since they changed the way they route stuff, everything's been screwed up.
And
So they can't even guarantee overnight mail anymore or 3-day.
when we got back to Bruce's post office, the post office lady there knew what was going on. She marked out the tracking code and put it back in the mail, and it showed up 2 days later.
Yeah.
There's something going on with the tracking number that had the computer all screwed up. I've got about 4 of them that are the same way, that the tracking just stops when it gets to Kansas City, Kansas. And
Right. And all they have to do is look at the address at that point. It's right there on the package. I mean, come on. It takes 2 seconds to look up instead of just scanning and letting it drop.
Yeah, this one got to Kansas City last Tuesday or Wednesday, and it sat there, and the tracking number still doesn't show it delivered. It was
Today it still doesn't? Wow.
It still shows it's sitting in Kansas City, Kansas, and it's here. I have
No,
never had a
Boston,
hospital
it's a
set it up.
combination of everybody. Because some of the letter carriers are just lazy asses. I got one that comes here to the apartment who won't even knock on the door or ring the buzzer. He just drops your stuff right outside the door in the front. And it's like, everything's exposed out there. There's no, nowhere to protect it, no awning or anything. And the same with half the Amazon drivers, even before the seasonal drivers.
Yeah.
And that, yeah, it's not a case of Amazon making them. They have a contract with Amazon that excess overflow to certain areas and small packages get transferred to USPS, which I fucking hate. I expect a blue truck to bring it with an Amazon logo on it, not my mailman. That's not his job. He's got enough of his own work. And that's how stuff gets lost too, or damaged.
Out here, stuff actually delivered by Amazon basically gets transferred over to basically what amounts to an Uber driver.
Yeah, they do that too. Another third-party driver. We have, depending on the day and the time of the year, we have that too.
Unless you're getting something really big delivered directly from Amazon, it never comes on the Amazon truck here. It's always Uber or Lyft driver or something like that, third party.
Yeah, somebody's personal car pulls in the driveway. Who the heck is that?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and a dude gets out and hauls your package up. Yeah, I've had that a few times. And I mean, this time of the year, it makes sense to have a third party, but not the United States Postal Service, because they're in it up to their hips, the same as Amazon.
Yep.
It doesn't help anybody to switch it over to them.
No.
Still got a low spot.
USPS actually has Sunday package only delivery, so they have no reason for any of the switching with just the Sunday deliveries between them and Amazon.
Yeah, I never had any problem with USPS when we had Kansas City, Missouri regional post office. Now they're sending all my stuff to Kansas. It's just a crapshoot.
I get stuff in and out from foreign countries in the space of a week, but they can't get a letter 2 states away in 3 days.
Yeah, right.
It's still got a low spot.
Just big enough to be aggravating.
Yes.
I hate that.
Yep.
If I put a straight edge on there, just enough you can see white under it, but I know that once I get the paint on there, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Mm-hmm. Where is everybody tonight? We don't have all the usual hooligans.
Well, most of them are there. We just don't have the ones that come into live. Yeah, if we get any Sunday package, I live in a small town, so if we get any Sunday, like overnight express mail or anything, that actually the postmaster delivers on Sunday. He's the one that does the Sunday deliveries.
Yeah, you're in a small enough area they can do that.
They don't have carriers regular. If we get something that comes in like that, he just does it himself. Because it probably takes him 15 minutes because he might get one of those every couple of weeks. Did carry.
Something you can do on the way home.
Or like on Christmas Eve or something like that. If it's an express package, then yeah, the postmaster does it.
Did anybody watch the round 2 model product spotlight that was posted today?
Oh, did it come up? I looked for it last night, couldn't find it, so it came up today. No, I
Yeah,
have not
it
watched it yet.
says they posted it 4 hours ago.
I have not watched it. The December one, no, I have not watched it yet. I went looking for it last night. I saw that HBI guy had a copy of that Mustang kit that everybody's looking for.
I don't watch him.
I haven't watched it. I just saw the thumbnail when I was scrolling through it. Like, hey, Jimmy. Anything good in there, Marcy, that I need to go watch?
I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. That's why I was asking if anybody watched it.
No. I went looking for it last night. Find it. So.
Let me see.
Yeah, maybe one more code. We'll have that taken care of.
Let's open in a new tab. Nice shiny beginning. Let's see. Share. Copy
See, we
link.
only have one guy for a FedEx truck, but he always pulls a trailer down, and he'll truck full and the trailer full, and then he'll deliver the first half and then go back to the trailer and then load his truck, empty the trailer and load his truck up, and then do the second half, and then he puts up his trailer and goes home.
There's the round 2 link if anybody wants to watch it and give us a play-by-play. Are you sure you got them all, Jeff? There's got to be one.
Huh.
Can look real quick and do mute. We don't want sound.
No, we don't want the annoying voices.
Diecast. With anything cool in diecast? Big
They
kits.
haven't done a lot of diecast lately. They only did like 3 or 4 last month.
Like that.
And I see those when I was at work. They'd come in and I could grab them off of stock.
We got Arnie Beswick's Pontiac Catalina drag car. That's cool. The Passionate Poncho. That's cool looking. My brother will be real interested in that. And then they got the 70 Duster 340 and the 18 scale diecast.
18 scale?
Let's see, new model kits.
I don't have room for
76 Dodge
diecast.
Dart Weekend Warrior kit.
Ooh,
What was it now?
And the Slasher Chevelle SS Street Machine.
that's the one I was waiting for. I saw they had the model of that at the last 2 shows.
The Fruhoff van
Mm-hmm.
trailer. Star Trek. Is it the 350 or the? Yeah, the 350 refit. The motion picture Star Trek Enterprise. And that's it. That's the Fruhoff trailer and the Chevelle and the.
Yeah, I want the Chevelle and the trailer. The trailer is one that you don't see too many of too often. They run it in short runs. Hey, Jimmy.
The Dart 76 Dart, the Chevelle
The Dart
Street
and the
Machine,
Chevelle.
and the trailer. That's the model
Yep.
kits. Quick.
It's slim pickings. Uh-oh. We lost the boss.
Uh-oh. Now it's time to hatch our evil plans.
Right? Or you probably hit too many X's.
Yeah, knock myself out of my own stream. That's a good trick.
Okay, cool.
Close the wrong tab. I went to close the video,
Like I said, too many X's.
Yep.
close the video tab on the round 2 video and knock myself out.
I don't know how many times
Yeah,
I've done
that's
that.
Chevelle. That Chevelle interests me. Actually, they both do. Both do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have any darts.
I know I don't.
I don't think I do.
The only one I have is at 68, which we just did for the USAC. Okay, hopefully that will be enough that enough filler once I sand it that I don't have to do that again.
Yeah, I haven't done any of the group builds. I've got tribute builds that I still need to finish. Although Dan did post his video for the 60s one. And I got a kit front and center for that.
Speaking of which, I am going to do a group build next year. Simple one. If anybody's interested in it. It's going to be called Born in 65 because I was born in 65. It'll be anything that happened in from 1965, either an event like Gemini missions or the Russians had the first spacewalk and all that kind of stuff. Operation Rolling Thunder with the U.S. pulling into Vietnam was all in 65. Anything that happened in 65 is eligible. And on my birthday on May 18th. It'll start the January 1st. We'll get a chance to talk about it again later, but I'll put videos up on it. But that's gonna be, other than the cancer build, that's gonna be my group build for the year.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all right. It's a repop. It's a Weekend Warrior one, so you already automatically know it's a repop. But the Green Weekend Warrior will have the Christmas tree in there and some other goodies. Even if you don't want to build it as a kit.
Oh, you know what would be really cool? 65, isn't that when they debuted the Shelby GT350?
I believe so.
There you go.
There was a lot of world events happened then too that were
Yeah.
65 because that's
Martin
when
Luther King stuff. Winston Churchill kicked the bucket. Malcolm X was murdered. There's all kinds of stuff happened in 65. The internet was up and running in 65. Canada adopted the maple leaf flag in 65, I believe.
yes, so to be anything having to do with the year 1965 is
Yeah, first American astronaut in space. I don't know. There's all kinds of events that are. I mean, they'd be great for dioramas, but
yeah, mostly with those.
kind of morbid for a birthday.
Oh no, well, you had with the U.S. entering the Vietnam War, so you got a lot of military stuff available.
That's what I'm saying. Kind of morbid for a birthday.
Rolling Thunder. I mean, but yeah, 65 car. There's a lot of stuff happening going on. Just kind of a theme.
Rolling Stones did the was it New York Shea Stadium concert that year?
E155 was born in 65. See, I can even do something like this for Rolling Stone.
Baby then. Of course, I say that
The
as a
Mariner flew past Mars. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And just go on, if you go on Google and put in events
But
like
yeah,
65 and you get
Mr.
Yeah.
Bobo is 3 years older than me, and I can rattle off quite a few events for that year.
yeah.
So I'm the old man of this broadcasting portion of the live stream.
I'm not the oldest, but I'm up there.
Well, if you're born in '65, then I'm older than you.
I was born in
By
65,
probably just a few months.
so I'll be 60
You were
this
born in
year.
May.
I'll be 60
You
coming
said
up.
May, right?
Yep.
I was the end of June the year before. So not quite a year difference. They're pretty close.
I was born in May. 2 days after my dad graduated high school, but we don't talk about that stuff.
Well,
You know how things work.
Hey, you know,
And they were married for 50 something years, so I guess it was all right.
nice.
it all worked out in the end.
Worked out, yeah. They had 6 more after me, so
Oh my God, I just have the one sibling.
see, I was the young because where my age popped out, I was always the youngest one in all my classes because
Right.
Yeah. Two of my favorite hockey players were born the same year you were. Mario Lemieux and Steve Eiserman.
I met Mario Lemieux. He's kind of a cool guy.
I met them both. They're both awesome. And I believe Scottie Pippen was born in '65 as well.
That's a cool story. I actually just happened to be in Toronto at the Hockey Hall of Fame the day that the induction ceremonies were, just visiting. And I got in the elevator, and Gordie Howe and Mario Lemieux were in the elevator when I got in.
Cool.
Nice.
Like, shit like this never happens to me, but it did.
Nice.
A nice little conversation in the elevator, and then we all went our separate ways. And then when I got home to the hotel room that night, I watched the induction ceremony.
Yeah. I met a lot of popular people that way just by accident. Good number of them on purpose, too. Stood in many a long line waiting to get a picture and get an autograph.
I was wearing my St. Louis Vipers jersey, and they asked me what that was, and it was the our city's roller hockey team that had just won a championship, and they were all cool on it. And told them that Bernie Federko had owned the team, and they both knew him, and they had a nice little conversation for the 2 or 3 minutes that it took in the elevator to go down to the ground. They're probably just happy I didn't ask him for autographs or pictures or anything. Anyway,
Most of them don't mind if
they
you
don't mind. But,
ask and you're a civil human being. It's the what people that go ape shit that bother me. Because I have a lot of friends who are in the music industry that are fairly recognizable, and they constantly get mauled by people. They don't have any privacy.
I don't think I'd have said anything past hello except for Gordy started asking me about the jersey. That's the only reason I even had any more of a conversation. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's a once in a lifetime thing. Because Gordy's gone now, and I doubt I'll ever see Mario again. So,
Right?
it might where I'm at anyway. You know, it's me running into Mario Lemieux or 0.00.
Yeah, I met Gordy. God, had it been. Who was it was with me? I don't know if I was with my dad or if it was with. No, I was with my dad, but my 2 oldest kids were with me. And it was Gordie Howe and a couple of other hockey players. one of the Russians and a couple of the new guys at the time that were Red Wings.
Yeah, the St. Louis players, I used to meet them all the time because they come into my restaurant.
It was
Oh, yeah.
Steve Yzerman. When it was his first year, he hadn't even been on the ice yet, but it was literally like weeks before his first game, and he lost his front teeth in his first game. He caught a stick in the face. Oh, it was Sergei Fedorov. I remember that distinctly because my son Andrew at the time knew him, could say his name. I mean, he was just old enough to hold a conversation. That's how little he was. And he was tugging on his pants saying, Sergey, Sergey, Sergey. And the fucker ignored my baby.
Oh.
Yeah. And I turned around post haste and made a few comments, and he turned around and finally acknowledged that a child was tugging on his pant leg. That's to say they were under my breath and they were Russian slurs and they were caught rather quickly.
When I was working in a restaurant still, I would see St. Louis Blues players all the time.
Yeah. They're just people till you make more of them than they are,
Oh, yeah.
It's like my friend Carlos. He dances, performs on stage with Parliament Funkadelic. And the end of their shows, they invite a lot of the crowd up onto the stage, to dance, as many of them they can cram on stage. And there's always one nasty broad in a miniskirt that's got to try to crawl all over the man. And I mean, the expression on his face, he feels like he's being thrown into a vat of acid. If you saw the expression, you'd get it. And when he'd come off the stage and we'd be in the back in the green room waiting to sit down and, have snacks and conversation, he wouldn't even give me a hug without taking a shower first. That's how dirty he felt. Hey, they count too, Jimmy. Alrighty, where is my StreamYard? I will be right back.
All right.
Well, my grandfather was friends with Kenny Schrader's parents, so I kind of met him, but it wasn't like at that time he wasn't Kenny Schrader yet. You can't understand. He was just Ken. He wasn't a famous race car driver or anything at that point. He was just another farm boy out in the tractor at that point. Wow, that's got some sharp seams on it. Well, be careful, you cut yourself on the seams on this thing. Then again, it is an old kit that's been repopped 8 million times too.
Okay. So this is it.
Yeah, my next door neighbor's kid growing up was a good friend of my youngest brother. Ended up playing for the Lions, so I guess that's kind of the longest I've known a famous person. But he was kind of a dick, and even when he was a kid, so I'm sure he was when he got older. I'm sure he was still a dick. I haven't seen him in 20 years. My brother still talks to him once in a while. And he came by it honestly. His parents were complete dicks too. They thought they were the big shit in the small town because he had paid was a backup quarterback for the St. Louis Cardinals in the 70s. And one of the old Cardinals managers used to live here in town too. The baseball Cardinals. After he was retired, he moved here for a while. Kevin Costner movie Tin Cup. The other guy they said he hated old people, kids, and dogs. The other golfer that he was always mean to old people, kids, and dogs. Yeah, not all of them do. Hockey players are the least likely to have a big ego. It seems maybe because most of them literally grew up on the farm. Uh, they had grandmothers that would kick them in the head if they acted like a dick. And if they didn't do it, the neighbor lady down the street would. But those were different times, I guess, too.
Yep.
And a lot of the race car drivers, they all had most of them grew up in the country on the farm too, and they didn't have the big city life, egos. The dirt shit don't stink, type thing. Oh wow, it does have an engine in it. always thought these monkey mobiles were all these monkey mobiles were curbside, but this one does have an engine. Cool.
What did you figure it was just like a false blower that mounted on the inside of the hood or something? Or
It was the real car. The engine sticking out was just a big plastic piece.
oh, okay.
So I just assumed the kit would be the same way.
Uh,
When they first built the monkey mobile, it actually had a big blown motor in it, but it was too much motor for the car. So they dropped it back to a small block and just made a plastic piece that looked like a blower that fit up in the hood. Because I mean, that is the hood there. It's all one piece. That's why I said it was also curbside, because the hood is attached to the body.
oh yeah.
And no, there's actual engine in there.
It'll make it kind of hard to show off, huh? Unless you want to cut out the hood and hinge it. Well, actually, I don't even know if you'd be able to.
It wouldn't need to be. It has pins on it, so it wouldn't need to be hinged. I could scrape it out, I guess, and make the hood removable. That would be just like the real one. That the regular engine would be underneath that plastic top cap.
Hmm.
Except for the way they make it, there's no room to put a carburetor or anything on top of the manifold, is it? Well, at least I don't think. Let me look. Let me look at the parts. Nice fit. Might be able to fit a standard carburetor on top of that engine. The Hansons, oh yes, I have statues of the Hansons here, all three of them. Jeff, Jack, and Steve. The McFarlane Toys figures, the 12-inch figures or whatever they are. Yeah. There's the chassis. Under the chassis, see where the motor would probably sit if I could put top into the motor on there. Hey, you got the monkey's key ring. if it's sitting there. It'd be close. We'll see. If it looks like I can get it to fit, I will put a carburetor on there and make this hood openable. Openable. Hey, Jimmy.
What's up?
Hey, Cliff.
So I just got back down from work not too long ago.
Jimmy, how's it going?
Oh, we're there.
All right.
So, put this in.
Hey, Cliff. Hey, Don. Oh, let's see. Figure out what we want to work. Too cold to put any paint on that Suburban or Tahoe. And I can't finish the GTO until round 2 since that new piece of glass. Clear plastic, whatever the hell. Oh yeah, I could.
Let's sit here.
I could be brave and try to lay down some paint on that Suburban or Tahoe. You're calling this Suburban Tahoe. Nah, I don't feel like stripping that damn thing.
Nah, it won't work because well, no.
Biggest thing I hate about winter, I can't paint anything. Too fucking cold in the basement to paint anything.
You can get away with it if they heat the paint up first, unless it's super cold.
Yeah. Let's try to figure out what color I want that Tahoe to go. Got the wheels for it. It's getting a cow hood on it. Because otherwise I'm not going to be able to fit the 632 under it. Got to figure out what color I want it to go.
If you fill up a bowl of hot water and stick the paint can in it for about 10 minutes before you spray, you can get away with spraying in cooler temperatures.
Yeah.
In fact, I even do that in the summertime. I'll heat my can up a little bit. It makes the paint spray better. It improves the pressure, raises the pressure in the can.
Yeah, Rust-Oleum's weird. I've had really good luck spraying it cold, and also really bad luck spraying it cold. I've had a lot more good luck with it spraying cold than bad. I feel like when it's cold, it lays down a little thicker. I like that. I like that thicker look. Makes the paint. Not even how to describe it. I just like that thicker look on the cars.
Yeah, by warming the paint up a little bit, it flows better. You get a little more pressure on the spray, and it'll atomize a little better. You get a smoother paint job.
Yeah, that's true too.
Especially in the wintertime, but I do it year round. Because in the summertime, the cans are cold because of the air conditioning is running. So I heat them up in the summertime too.
Yeah. That's why usually in the summer I leave all my paint down here. It gets hot as hell down here during the summer. Which you'd think a basement would stay cooler, but no.
Depends on the ventilation and whatnot.
At the might go on that Tahoe, like a red with the silver two-tone down like the bottom of the doors and stuff. It also depends on if I feel like two-toning.
Back too far to put an actual top end on it. So it might. We'll decide when we get it assembled. If it will work, I will open the hood up. Make the hood removable, I should say.
I didn't mean to make more work for you, Bob.
That's all right. I got nothing but time. Got nothing but time.
I finished that up. Promo Regal last night on Cliffs. Posted, I think the video posted today. I had it scheduled. It was either today or tomorrow. I've got it scheduled for. I don't remember. For a 88 Regal, I think it was pretty damn good.
My not cycling. Yeah, I used to love riding the snow machines. That was a blast. We haven't had enough snow here for a snow machine to run on in years.
Yeah, it lives down the road from me. As one and it's sitting in his yard. Thing's been sitting in his yard since I can remember, so about as long as I've been alive. He's kind of like the neighborhood hoarder. He's got all kinds of shit in his yard.
Well, we live in Wyoming. Everybody has a snow machine because you basically park your car in the wintertime and you just use the snow machine to get around town.
Yeah. Behind his house too, he's got a big building. Every time we drive by there, man, I can see in the building he's got some cars in that building. But I pulled up in there one day and asked if I could look at the cars in the building or like what kind of cars they were. And old jack off told me to go fuck out of there.
And I thought you were scoping it out to come back and steal shit later.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Which not even those. I'm just a car guy. A little curious what kind of cool old shit he's got in his barn.
Yeah.
Our building, it's not really a barn.
People are the ones that will let a 68 Camaro rot into the ground rather than sell it to you.
Yeah, sounds like my buddy's dad's 70 Monte Carlo. Speaking of that, it's been a few months. I'll go back over there and see if he's ready to sell it.
You never know. It's getting close to Christmas time. I'll be looking for an electric cab.
Yeah.
Because the economy getting ready to tank.
Marcy's heard the story before. Looking, it's a original numbers matching SS 454 Monte Carlo, old lady green with the green interior, good looking car, and the dude, he backed it into a pole and crunched the rear end. Not crunched it bad to where it's a total loss, but need a bumper and a deck lid kind of crunch. And when he did that, he just parked it in his yard, and he hasn't really touched it since. It's just been sitting in his yard. I think his dad's ready to beat my ass. I don't know how many times I've asked him to sell that car. I asked him one time, and he was like, "Oh." I'd asked him so many times. I think he kind of just said, "Yeah, I'm ready to sell it." I come back 2 days later with a truck and a trailer and some cash, and he was like, "Oh shit, you're serious?" I wasn't. Like, man, I really just drove up here. I went to the bank. I had to go borrow the truck and trailer. He pulled it out one day and cleaned it up, and then he pushed it right back to where it was in his yard. Except just a few inches forward, so the tires aren't sitting in the same rut they were sitting in.
Excuse me.
I think he's got something. I think he's got to have something. He's got like some sentimental stuff with the. I think it was his.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kevin, they got all the lakes down there in Oklahoma, and those snow machines, they'll run on top of the water as long as you don't stop.
If I remember the story right, it was his dad's car. He's got. I get his sentimental value, but letting an original numbers matching 454 Monte Carlo sit in your fucking yard. You're nuts.
Yeah, but we definitely get more for those snow machines up there in New York than you would in Oklahoma. That's for damn sure. Sell the snow machines in New York, and when you get to Oklahoma, buy yourself a wet bike, jet ski. I like the wet bikes better than jet skis because you don't have to stand up.
Do like them dudes on dirt every day did. They put a 10 or 12 foot tall snorkel on a Jeep and drove through the water. Or under the water, I should say. Yeah, they just canceled all my Motor Trend shows. Not a big TV watcher, but the Motor Trend channel I watch the hell out of.
Probably the only ones I watch are the ones on Netflix, the car shows.
And like my favorite being Road. My favorite being Roadkill. They just canceled. I'm watching Roadkill for years. I remember when they were still doing it exclusively on YouTube. I was when I first started watching it. Then they moved to like cable, and that's when they came out like Roadkill Garage, Faster at Finnegan. That became Faster with Cotton and Newburn, Engine Masters. I loved. Yeah. Warner Brothers bought out. I think it was like Disney Plus or something, which owns Motor Trend, and Warner Brothers canceled all the Motor Trend shows. None of the guys from Roadkill, David Finnegan, they're gonna try to keep doing stuff on YouTube. But it'll be a little different now that the channel's not paying, or Disney Discovery Plus isn't paying for everything they do. Yep. They'll still show reruns, Kevin, but it'll be nothing but reruns. They got one more season of Roadkill that they had filmed that they're going to release, and that's it. Same thing with what's that guy's name from Vice Grip Garage? His show, Roadworthy Rescues. He's got one season they already filmed, and that's it. Yeah, I don't think that. Let me see what kind of reds I got. Do a red and silver two tone. See what kind of paint color there. What the fuck was that? Oh, scary dog.
Here we are. Okay.
Tires too. Tires. Here, let's see.
Use that intake. Okay. Good. Okay. 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 I use that intake. Be right back. I'm gonna go grab some parts. It's parts. It's parts.
Well, before you run off, Bob, I'm going to head out. Too late.
What?
I just let you know I got to head out.
Okay.
I've been having a lot of fun. It's a shame it's the last one of the year. And
Well, we'll be back on New
Birthday,
Year's
but-
Eve.
Oh,
Just
that's
not
right,
won't be here
so I
the next 2 weeks.
Okay, cool.
We'll be back on on I think it's January 30th. This is a Tuesday, so we'll be
Okay.
back for that one.
My-
I have
my
a club meeting
birthday.
next week, and then the next one is like the week before Christmas or Christmas week. So too much crap to be
Yeah.
going on right now. So
Absolutely. All righty. You all
all
have
right,
a
we'll
good
see
one.
you later. Have a nice good night, Jim.
Thank Jeff. Everybody else in the chat, y'all have a good one.
Okay. I think we have intake manifold. That's the one for the blower. We don't want that one. That's a Hemi. I don't want that one. Okay. Nothing in that box. This one. Oh, Jimmy's chair. Paint it black. The blown one. Come on, come on, come on. I know you got one in here. Because I didn't use those engines in the last couple of builds. I used the Chevelle engine, so I know got the fuel engines laying around here. Sneak an LS motor in there. All right, got those two boxes. Let me go find another one.
Yeah, we won't do two-tone. I ain't got no gray. That's okay, though. It looks pretty good red. Or silver, I should say. I don't have any silver. Silver's going to do it all red. It looks pretty damn good red. Oh, gray. Gray interior. Yeah, fine with gray. I guess I can use. It works. Ugh. Little trash in the hood and the paint, but that's okay. It don't matter. Put your chin on the back of your chair. The buzzing is my lights, Cliff. And you want put your chin on the back of your chair. What the fuck are you talking about, Jeff? What the what? Okay. Explain. I'm confused. I'm not very educated, but I'm confused.
Okay. Can't find one, but I know I'll just start with a fresh kick. There we go.
Standing up, Jeff, stand up and do it, or sitting down and do it? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Stand up like right here and do it, or what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, I can do this. My chat's open, so I can't really see what I'm doing on the phone, but I can do this. Oh, I'm gonna break this damn thing. This asshole. This chair is broken. I'm trying to like hold it together. What the fuck do you mean, dude? What?
Pink Ranger, Pink Power Ranger. Go Power Rangers. Yeah.
Oh, Pink Power Ranger? Hang on. I have to lift it up. This? Go Power dumbasses. I still don't understand what I was talking about. That's cool.
Okay, there we go. Now we have the part we want.
Go Power Rangers. Okay. Fun fact about the Power Rangers. Did you ever think it was odd the yellow Power Ranger was always Asian? The yellow Power Ranger.
Never watched the Power Rangers.
Uh,
I know of them. That's about it.
what was the one? Like Super Mega Force or some stupid crap. I always used to watch it before school when I was like really little. It was when I was little. It was Super Mega Force, and then it was like Super Dino Force. Oh, some stupid ass shit. I still don't get it. What, I look like the pink Power Ranger? Oh man. I just painted a Tahoe red. I'm confused. I'm very confused.
I don't want to paint the. Where are you? Intake manifolds. There they are.
I'm confused.
The strip goes. Anything else I want to strip? Distributors. Why would you chrome plate?
Yeah, no. What if I noticed that? The black Power Ranger was a black guy. The yellow Power Ranger was an Asian chick. I was like some dumb shit. I never thought of it. Some dumb shit come up on my YouTube talking about it, and I was like, "Damn, I don't remember that, but I kind of remember it." It's weird shit.
16. There's the exhaust pipes there. Gauges. 116. Yes.
Go back and read the comments. Oh, good. I'm not going to do it. Stop. Lean there. Or you put it this way. You made my day. Doing what? I'm confuzzled. Go back and read the comments. I am. That's my light. Yes, that's my light buzzing. It's very, very irritating at some points, but it's okay. Stefan, okay, it was good seeing you.
Okay.
Pink Power Ranger. We need to get Boston. We need to get Jimmy behind his chair and rest his chin on top. For what? My out of the side of the road trash chair that I broke, and then I've got a screw stabbing me in the back because I tried to fix it. What, are you trying to make me look like the Pink Power Ranger? Okay.
Make a mess here. My chrome parts.
You don't have to make me stand behind my chair. If you find me a 3X a Pink Power Ranger suit, I'm in. It's gotta be a 3X though. And for someone at least 6 foot, a little under 6 foot. I just wanted to paint a Tahoe, man.
Okay, so as Ron, we will be here on the 17th. We won't be here on the 10th. We will be here on the 17th. We won't have a show on the 24th, and then we will be on New Year's Eve. We may start late on the New Year's Eve one to run to midnight. So if anybody else wants to run a live stream next Tuesday, I will be on, so you're more than welcome to. We have the 17th and the 31st will be the two. The next after January we'll be back to normal.
What's next Tuesday? Oh, your model meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Christmas
That's right.
party for the model club. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna go with my mom to her work's Christmas party.
yeah.
I don't think my dad wants to go. My mom doesn't really want to go by herself, so I said I thought I would.
Might as well.
I like the guys she works with. The guys she all works with. A bunch of
Every year we just pick out a bar, restaurant, bar, pub type thing, and everybody goes there. We'll pick out a different one every year. So pieces need to be glued on before the bottom.
messing with one of the guys she works with. He had just turned 21, and he's been trying to figure out what kind of drinks he likes because he's never drank a day in 21. He started trying different shit. So he keeps asking us advice for like what to try next. We keep giving him awful shit to try.
Crumble nuts and crap like that.
I think the last thing we told him to try was a fucking Irish car bomb. Oh god. That looks like I was wearing a bra. Find me a triple D cup for a couple Johan Cadillacs. I'll wear one during a live. Jeff, that's you. Couple Johan Caddies. Want to do some pimp rides, some pimpy rides. Busted out. Those two Eldorados a few times. I'm in the mood to do some pimpy cars.
Get that side in there. bigger bottle. This one's getting too low.
Jesus Christ, Boston. Hang on, Boston. All right, quit my girl. Don't threaten me with a good time, big boy. I could do better if I clear my throat better. Glad I made your night, Kevin. Me being confused and not knowing what the fuck is going on. Hey, Uno. Uno, Wano. Stash ads. I found some kits at Hot Wheels show yesterday.
That's cool.
Yeah, I took my brother there. He likes. I like Hot Wheels, but he likes them a little more than I do. Mainly like the NASCAR, like 64 skills and stuff like that. And I see a couple model vendors. Which pretty cool. It was at our local VFW. It was like 10 minutes from my house. Oh, that. Oh. Some of what I got.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything exciting.
At least two. Evil Knievel's custom car and Evil Knievel's bike. There we go. Yeah, I found those two. I've already got the black one, so I didn't bother buying it again, but I got all the Hot Wheels Pro Street cars. And the Matt Debbie Hayes included. At this for $5, which worked out because in this books it's got the regular just kit body that I've already been kind of mocking up a little bit, a resin hard top body for the kit, and not the whole kit but a few parts to the 57 Thunderbird.
That's cool.
I got this for $5 in a combo deal. Which the other two kits I got, my dad put up. He gave me the cash back for those, and he said we'll just count those as Christmas. It was the 69 or 68, I think it was 69 AMX, not AMX, GTX. He wanted 20 for it. I told him if I do the 20 for the AMX, do this for $5. So got those and that for $10. And I said I got the GTX, or GTX, and the Revell 69 Camaro for $15.
The new kit or the old one?
The one you can still find at Hobby Lobby, the one that's blue on the box.
Okay.
Yeah, $15 a month, bad. Oh, and they're upstairs, and I got a bunch of car emblems. Yeah, I had a big box full of them, and I went through and found some badass old emblems for $20.
Oh, the Street Burner one. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, $15.
Yeah, it's not bad. I was gonna say it was the other one, the RSSS one. You could do it up as Terry's toy.
Yeah.
That's the one that has the hockey stick stripes on it.
Yep.
And the flat hood, a flat-ish hood.
Yeah. A lot of the couple guys there with models were the same guys I was talking to at that last show me and you went to up in Missouri. Whichever one that was, I don't remember what the name of it was.
Midwest Model Vehicle car show. It's actually Kirkwood model car modelers, but they're Kirkwood Community Center is being remodeled, so they can't have shows there right now. So it's confusing. Yeah,
There you
the group name is Midwest Model Vehicle Association.
There you go, Boston. Ain't that sexy? Love you, Boston. I feel goofy.
A couple of locator pins, I'm sure would have been nice. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really get anything too exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you. I got mostly just parts and stuff. I got some resin hood, resin conversion kits to turn a 72 GTO into a 70 GTO. This box has one of the 69 Cutlass 442s in. I'm trying to find the 68 conversion parts for that one. I know they're out there. I just can't seem to find them. If not, I'll get try to find a promo car 68 and use the parts from that. Hey Edward, how you doing tonight? Other than that, I got bare metal foil in and stuff like that. Nothing exciting. Show the decals and stuff I got last week. Yeah. That's about it. Got stuff in to finish the guitar for my nephew's scholarship fund. But I've got to finish getting that built.
with the gay again. T-Bird needs skirts. Yeah. I don't know what I'll do with it yet. I'll either use that hard top resin body, or it has the removable top with the porthole windows inside of it that I kind of like.
I think the hardtop would be a cooler build, and you can always get another kit to do the stock build.
I don't know. I still don't know what I'm gonna go with it way. It looked good painted black.
Yeah.
Kind of black, white interior, kind of tuxedo gangster look.
There is
Like a baby blue or something.
the one lady here in town has one of those. It's a light blue. Yeah, it's a baby blue is the color of it. She's had it since it was new. I know one of the old ones I'm gonna eventually build it up to be like the one from Vegas, this TV show Vegas.
Yeah. I don't know. Need something cool. It'll be low on some big custom rims. That'll look good. Something crazy and different. I like the different. Like that Regal build. I haven't seen anybody on YouTube take one of those old promo Regals apart and do something cool with it, so I did.
See, that's cool stuff for like taking to shows because it's not something there's going to be 10 of them on the table.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that Regal I'm gonna put in the curbside category next show. It looks really good. And I've got one of Senior's I've got Terry's senior license plate on the back of it.
Yeah. That Demon, if you pick up that Demon, that you can do whatever you want with it. You just have to bring the instructions to prove that you started with the AMT Demon kit. That's the theme build for that March show. You could cut it up, slam it, pro street it, do whatever, what the hell you put a big 3D printed blown motor with a big bug catcher or whatever. All you have to do is make sure to bring the instruction sheet to show that you actually started with the kit.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been looking at them Demons. I don't know. I'll have to pick one up then.
And that's in the event that you do make it to Acme next year, the team there is Mopar, 100 years of Mopar, so that would fit right in for there too.
I think next show too, I'm gonna bring some different kind of kooky builds. Like I got a SSR over here. I'm debating on taking it, slamming it, big wheels, custom SSR, or putting it on a 4-wheel drive frame.
I'd put it down in the weeds and put big meats on it. That's me personally.
Oh, that was the original thought. And I started looking at it, I'm like, it does technically have a truck bed. Big 4-wheel drive, big block Chevy under the hood, SSR. Something different. I was looking at two
rubber band, big wheels with rubber band tires on it, kind of the modern.
I got it too. Flintstone has too a resin body for that SSR. It's like a panel van, like panel wagon body for that SSR kit. Pretty damn good. Yeah.
Well, Chevy did a version of like the PT Cruiser. I don't remember what it was called.
HHR.
HHR. Okay, there you go.
what it basically was. It was the SSR just SSD. And it lasted a lot longer than the SSR.
Well, the SSR is not really practical. It's kind of like the Prowler. On the Prowler, it's not really a practical
Oh, but it looked good.
play toy. It's a nice play toy, but it's not really a practical daily driver.
Yeah, I might go with this resin hardtop.
The only one I've actually seen in person of the SSR was bright yellow with black stripes. It looked pretty cool.
That's what I was kind of thinking with it, like a either a really bright, crazy color or like a super dark, like color, like a yellow or maybe like a brown, not brown, but like a really dark green. The shit out of this one. Oh, let's move my hand. I'm gonna cut myself. Let's not do that. We're done it once on Brian's stream. Let's not cut myself on Bob's.
I cut myself last night. Real good.
Ooh.
Super glued it shut and went right on the way. It was a brand new fresh scalpel blade too, so it's
Mm.
nice and clean and neat.
That's what mine was. On one of Brian's streams. As soon as I put that blade on it and started cutting, sliced right through my finger. Oh man, I'm leaving red all over this body. I got red paint all over me. Without a fail, every time I paint something, I always end up with it all over my hand.
That's what rubber gloves is for.
Yeah, anyway.
Harbor Freight. It's like a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Get a box of them at Harbor Freight. Of course, I forget to put them on half the time too, but
So at least the windshield to put up. Well, the windshield, I don't know if the windshield, the clear glass will fit in this resin body. Well, I don't really want to touch the clear glass if I got fucking paint on my hand. They're nice fit. Start getting knocked up. See if this chassis or something will fit.
no, that would be going way too far. A lot about opening up the doors on this thing too. No, that's going way too deep.
Eh,
For a monkey mobile, that's going way too far in.
let me get you. Okay. Okay. I'll get off there, you asshole. Before I even start messing with this resin body, see how this interior fits in it. Make sure I ain't got to do some work to it. It's okay.
Oh, get a longer name so you can see it. Yeah.
How's it fit in a stock body? Because looks like it won't fit neither. Oh, no, it fits. Okay, so wait a minute. The door cards come up about that much space from it. That's fine. How much? Yeah. Have to trim that back a little bit. No, I just had it in wrong. What with it? Cheers, that's pretty nice. All right. Chassis. Start test fitting shit on the resin body before I put it together and end up not fitting. Make sure just everything fits like it's supposed to. Oh, does it go? There it goes. Like that. Oh, should fit. Cuts my flash off. So a little bit better. All right. Fit. Okay. Top of the porthole windows doesn't look too bad. You like the way that looks. But I do like the way the roof is kind of. It kind of looks chopped, really low. I kind of like the way the resin body looks too. Yeah, I might use this resin body. The more I look at the top, because I've seen a few hard tops lease cars like in real life, and I feel like the top comes up more than that. This might be chopped.
It may be. It may be a Flintstone one that's been with a chop top
Yeah, I kind of like it.
or competition.
Yeah.
Rather.
How brave do I want to be to cut this hood open and shove a big block forward in it?
It's not as much.
Yeah, I'll shoot it. Cool, simple and easy, but looks good curbside. That's okay.
Yeah, some of those kits too. There's nothing. Once you cut the hood off, there's nothing inside of there. So
Yeah, I'd have to make all that.
chassis, you'd have to come up with a different chassis or build a full.
Oh yeah, I just use a different frame. Use my go-to custom frame, that frame out of Boost F100. Yeah, a good amount of the stuff I've got have that frame from that truck in it, or the frame from the big game if it's four-wheel drive. Roughly cut out. Fix all that as I go. Let's not cut myself because I just about.
Yeah, they put an injector pin right where the corner of the hood is, so it's like 3 times as thick.
I don't know if I did. It would be funny on Bob's stream. Like, right.
Okay, yourself. So I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
There we go. Ta-da! Got it out.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. Jimmy looks like in. How do I? AUDI. What? Not a T-bird anymore.
I had to go take care of her dad. She's kind of in the same boat I am.
What, without the portal, Kevin? I don't know. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll just find a different one to do a portal. But I kind of do like the way this one looks. If I do this one, I'm probably going to chop the top down a little bit because that porthole, the removable top, it looks like it just sits really high. Which I know they do on the real cars, but I don't know. It looks odd to me. I don't know room. Looks like probably put a porthole in this time. Wouldn't be any way to do that. The Slammers kits are. I've actually never built any of those Slammers kits, Kevin. There's one of a Ford Ranger I've seen online that looks kind of cool. I don't think them Slammer kits that have interiors or anything like
No.
that. They're just body.
No, it's not like that. A Lima Coupe is no interior, just a
Yeah, just body. That'd be the issue. I'd feel brave and chop it up and put like put a fucking interior and a real chassis on it. I need to probably use my drop on this part, but I'm not. I need to go through there. Straight out. So, that I don't want there. I might be able to fix that. That was just rough. Cut the grill out. Break anything. Okay, if I can do something breaking it, that'd be really nice. There. I'm not gonna be able to get my drum on in there, so I gotta do it like this. I might be able to get some sandpaper in there. Cut a little piece down there, probably shoved up in there. Get that stage out. Let's move my hand right where that is. I went a little too far. I fucking knew I'd do that. That's okay. The grill's gonna cover it. Yeah. Well, actually, I had it perfect. Does a little bit of. Uh, I'll use my German to go around like the back bumper. Where was it at? There was a little spot on the front I had to fix right here. I gotta sand that out. Where's my other sandpaper? I got a good piece of this. Damn. I got a good piece around here somewhere. Where? I don't know. I just fell on my floor. Fuck. I got one good piece of sandpaper. What do I do? This is a crappy piece. Oh, one of these days I'll clean this bench off. Not today, of course. Eventually. I don't know where the fuck that piece of sandpaper is. Fuck it. I don't really want to use my Dremel because I might go too deep with it. That won't work. I need that little that rougher piece I had. Where the fuck did I do it? That body. Need to find him. Ah, there it is. Exactly what I thought it was. Under a bunch of shit. There's that spot.
Come
Damn it, that looks like there's a glue dripped onto it or some shit. That might just be where the mold is. All sparkly looking. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. right, that's better. The critter on there. I use the sandpaper for this just to make sure I don't go too deep with it or anything. Oh, oh, you bitch. What's that? There's no spot. Couple spots on small pressure. Alrighty. Oh, yeah, let's use the draw.
So,
Perfect. Standing on this resin body, this shit ain't toxic, is it?
yes, it is.
Oh, well, fuck.
Wear a mask.
I ain't got one.
One of those things that goes in and never comes out. So definitely, even if just a little surgical type mask, you should wear. It's better than nothing.
In my beard. Beard. Really long goatee, I should say.
Okay. Here we go. We put the hood to sit. We put it back in. Give the chrome bit to stir.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to cut the holes. Put the ears on this thing. That's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, she probably had to deal with the bed.
Yeah,
That's normal.
that. Oh, God damn it. What is that? They're like glue on it. Like fucking someone spilled glue all over this bitch. I fucked that up. I fucked that up too. Okay. Well, I should have used the Dremel, but it's okay. It's fixable. White sanding, I'll fix it. Fucking bitch. Jesus Christ, Jimmy, what? Boston.
Charlie Max mustache for a day. You thinking about that?
Who's the mustache?
Charlie Max.
Oh. Now that is a mustache. And Chipotle. There you go. Well, I already know it's one. As well. I need to get 57 keyboard parts out here. I'm trying to find it. Jeez, fuck. Thanks, calm down. How does that drill go in? That goes in like that. Well. Booyah. Sure, booyah. That's good. This one a lot better. It'd be easier to get it in there too, but well, I'm probably not gonna do the couple of that calls. So fuck it, let's just go. Let's see, because if that's how it goes on that body, how the hell am I gonna put that on there? Oh, nope. Like that. Okay. Oh, that sounds smart. Way to groove those in. Wouldn't work on the frame, but you made those. There. Smart. Okay. I didn't think that good, but that's cool. Okay, now I can get it. Get off there. Ah, well, it broke. That's okay. These are just like that. I can have less. Get back in there. Yep. Get back in there. Oh. That's like that. That just looks boxy. I'm ready for it.
One more time, how to do it.
If it was like an act right there, it looked. Let me see. I can cut it right there. Hold it. Or graft it, I should say. I can still have my board. Hang on, hold on. That looked as though. That wouldn't look too bad. I don't know if I feel like fucking with that though. Cut on this removable top, just right along this body line right here, towards just the side piece,
Uh-huh.
and then graft that side piece coming down right here on the regular one. So it's still got that chopped look and it's not all bubbled up like that. Like more down here, streamline with this hard top. But instead of open right up in here, it's still that porthole.
Would be cool.
Still, it would still have the porthole window I like, but it wouldn't be as bubbly looking. It'd be still more kind of chopped looking, streamlined. Son of a bitch. I don't feel like doing that, but it looks so fucking good. Oh, there we go. Let's get that. Let's get
I don't know if the cost per reward type thing is the worth the results or not.
Oh, it would be so much. But if I fuck it up and it doesn't work, I'm just lucky. That's always what's kept me from chopping shit like that. If I fuck it up and it doesn't work, then I'm just fucking.
Nothing a little glue or filler can't fix.
That is also very fair.
I mean, hell, yesterday this was two different cars. I mean,
Oh, you got that kind of glued up together?
yeah,
Oh, it's good.
got the interior all and the chassis all done too, mocked up. All right.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember. Are you using the Charger or the 300 front end?
300.
The 300 front end? Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to put the Magnum front end on it, but when I finally got it fitting, I realized that it was 24 scale and this was 25th, so it was I couldn't get any of the body lines to match up,
Ah,
and it was a hair too wide. I would have to. again, reward versus work was not going to be worth it because I was going to have to shave, basically sand the sides of the body of the front end all the way down to match this one, and then it was too much work.
It's all right. I think the 300 front end looks better.
So it's going to do 300.
All right.
So I just took my other two kits I had and put them together.
That's all right. I think 300 front end looks better anyway.
Now, when we get to Acme for the Mopar theme build, this I can pretty much guarantee this will be the only one of these on the table. Unless you guys steal my ideas.
Nah.
You know, I don't care if you did or didn't. But yeah, it's something that'll stand out as being different.
That's what I like. A little different. Nobody else has thought of.
Kind of thing that gets noticed is that it's. I mean, I know there's going to be a boatload of 68 darts on the table, those Revell ones. So I tried to make mine a little bit different than everybody else's, and this one will be different than everybody else's. And like that St. Louis show with the Demon, the 71 AMT Demon is the theme build. So there'll be a whole bunch of those. So it's kind of, well, what can I do to make it different, make it stand out from all the other ones that are going to be there?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Is that a little supposed to be cut out too? I don't think so. Here they are. Oh, no.
And I decided to put a monster motor in it and big old meat and make it like almost like a zinger or slammer looking thing, or what way I'm going to go with it. I haven't decided.
Big blower sticking out the hood instead of meats. That look pretty badass. Shit, a limo with a blower and a set of drag meats on the back of it. It looked like a damn Hot Wheels. That'd be badass. What the fuck is that? There's definitely been glue or something spilled on his body. There's a little hard piece of something on it. That little bubble looking piece of it. I'll sand right out. There. There was another line or something over there. Oh, my God. That's right on the body line, though. I might take the body line away, trying to sand it out. So much leaving it. No, I didn't take the body line away too bad. Oh, that's good. All right. Now, what wheels do I want to put under this mug? Let's have a look at what kind of wheel I got.
That's it for tonight. Let all that putty dry out. I can sand it next time. On my chrome parts to dechromify.
Put them center on. Ooh, here we go. Bag of wheels. Those are too small. Stack. Some drag tires. That's my cool thing. Stack. Beautiful.
It's amazing. Some AMT Chrome, the LA Austin will take that off in like 2 minutes, and the other stuff we gotta let sit overnight.
That's no, won't give me the right pocket. I need a thin tire. Oh, here we go. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh, with the limo? Yeah, thanks, Edward. It's one of those things that's been running around in my brain, living rent free for a long time, and I'm finally gonna get it done.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I got to get my brother in here to look at our heater too before it gets too cold, because it's acting funky, and it's brand new. It's only been in here. It's only like 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
It keeps turning off, going into what does it call itself? Lockout. It's like, well, what? Forget what's going wrong with it, because once it goes in lockout, you got to turn it all the way off and reset it and turn it back on. I forgot what.
Like a limp mode or some shit.
Yeah, basically.
We've been having issues with ours, but
I called him and asked him about it. He says, we'll put a new filter in it. So I did put a new filter in it. So it's still doing it. So he's going to have to come see. Because it's got one of the fancy digital thermostats, and it tells you time to put a new filter in. It keeps flashing that on the screen until you actually put one in there and tell it you put a new one in there. But keeps doing a service lockout. It's called, that's what's on the screen, service lockout. They have to go down and go in there and turn the whole thing off and restart it back up, and it works again. I don't know. He's gonna have to come look at it.
nah, not these wheels. Want something a little bit bigger?
Yeah, it's what you got. Like you do a reset on it. You turn it off and turn it back on, and it reboots, and then it'll run for 8 or 10 hours, and then it'll lock out again, and you got to go redo it. So he's gonna have to come look at it. And I know he's busy because everybody wants their furnace service now that's getting cold. But you think I get the friends and family, but that kind of means you get put to the end of the line.
Yeah.
Even though he helps me out just like anybody else, I always get put at the end of the line.
We're looking for 3. Oh, I got it. Oh, save these for like Dodge, like Viper truck. Oh, those are pretty good though. That's the front. That's the back.
What about wheels from that Viper R10 kit? Will they fit
So what?
the Viper kit?
Yeah.
Those are kind of cool wheels.
Viper.
Or I can send you a set of these if you want some of these.
Them?
Yeah. I got a whole bunch of these ones for the 300. I could send you a set of these.
Where's my? I don't know. I want to do like where you can tell it's custom, but like not really like in your face. Like this is a custom fucking McCall. Yeah, I mean, I don't like that. That's so better than that.
Yeah.
Man, these Viper wheels. Which ones are those? Those are the 300 wheels.
Yeah. I do agree.
Those aren't bad looking.
And
These are the wheels it comes with.
they're not super big tires, but those are real similar.
Yeah.
These are look a little more modernish, even though they're about the same era. 300s of 2005.
This is an 03
Yeah,
Thunderbird.
it was kind of that same era look. But if you want that, just let me know. I can mail you a set out. I got 3 or 4 of them. Well, at least 3. I might have a 4th one in that spares that Ryan sent me.
Oh yeah, I'll use them on something.
If you don't need them right away, I'll just bring them in March. Either way, I can mail them to you or bring them to you.
Oh yeah. These wouldn't look too bad on it. I don't know if you can kind of see them. I just have to order a second set because these I was going to use on that Viper Dodge pickup because they kind of remind me of SRT rims, sort of.
Oh, I did all the time. I drive wheels for one kit and I end up using them somewhere else. I have to order another set.
Yeah. No matter.
It keeps them in stock. And yeah, our house originally had a coal furnace, the boiler and all that, but it was refit in the 70s to a forced air gas. And then like 3 years ago, we pulled that one out and about 3 years, and it went in about 20 years. First one went in the 70s when they converted from the coal boiler and the radiator system to the natural gas heat and air, and then it was probably in the 90s or right around 2000 they put a new one in, and we just got one again like 3 years ago.
That's what our house used to be, the coal furnace.
Yeah, that's what we got is the smart thermostat that I can pull it up on my phone and change the temperature or whatever without having to walk over to it, or switch it from heat to air, or put it on automatic so it stays within the temperature zone, whether it uses heat, air, or just fan or whatever it needs to stay within that range, temperature range.
It's gonna mock it.
But
yeah, that's.
well, my brother has one of the geothermal heat pump deals. It does pretty good, except for when it gets super cold, and then he has a small gas backup forced air. My grandparents' house had a really nice system. It was in the regular fireplace in the living room had surrounding the firebox was metal, and it had the air circulated around that, so it would use that heat unless it wasn't putting out enough to heat the house. Then the gas would kick in, but otherwise 90% of the time it was the wood heated house, but it went right through the forced air ducts just like a regular furnace would. And it worked out really well because like at 2 o'clock in the morning is about the time you had to stoke the fires when you had to get up and pee anyway.
Yeah. Get her mocked up a little bit. I'll show you the mock up once I get this wheel straightened up under here. I'm gonna have it sit a little lower in the back than that, but
In our farmhouse where we lived when I was a kid, my bedroom was actually the old coal bunker. Downstairs, they converted the coal bunker into a bedroom.
I'm trying to get that straight. There we go. All right, these ones don't. Camera. I'm turn my flashlight on. There. That's not look too bad.
Yeah, that was good.
A little bit more modern. I'm gonna have the back set a little lower than that. But the front's about it. Right, the stance I want.
I would look at Jimmy. Look at one of those Iceland chassis for that, and just run that, rather than the one on the kit.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Either that truck chassis or the one that does for the like a universal truck chassis.
Yeah.
Probably working there real good, something like that.
I've looked at his chassis before. I don't know. I've always used the punch truck chassis. Which I stretched this one for a project and then ended up fucking up the project and not doing it. I just got a stretched frame that don't fit under anything. The F100 frame would probably fit pretty damn well.
When I finally get moved into the new house, I'm going to get one of those garden sheds, 10 by 12s or whatever they are, and set it up as my modeling room. And I'm going to put a mini split in that heat air conditioning mini split.
But if I put a different chassis under it, I'm going to end up cutting the hood out of it. And I'm just going to go simple, easy, kind of fun with this. Not try to chop it or anything. I have to cut the rear piece out where the metal axle goes into it, though, so I can get this back wheel fitting up in there a little bit better. But that's okay. Same thing I had to do on the Regal. Make them wheels fit. Pretty good looking. I like that. Okay. Or I got these wheels. These wheels out of that 2010 or 2006 Camaro. Like pretty good size damn wheels.
Yeah, I put them on the what was it I put it in? The F100 USAC truck. I put those wheels from that. The 2006 wheels.
Yeah. Ooh. For them being Chevy wheels going under a Ford, that don't look too damn bad.
Well, I put a 572 Chevy motor in that truck, so I figured it wouldn't hurt to put the Camaro tires, wheels on it.
Ooh. And I kind of like both of them, so I'll leave it up to you guys. Those look pretty damn good, too. Those don't look, yeah, those look pretty damn good, too. I think I might use these Camaro wheels. Those are pretty damn cool looking. Oh man, use the Camaro wheels. Paint the wheels black. Ooh, on a black car, black wheels. Ooh, those would look. Oh, that would look actually damn good. Oh, all right, I know this good.
I want to say I got a set of C6 Camaro Corvette wheels around here that might look pretty decent on it. You can't have those because I'm gonna end up using them on the Corvette wheels. Look pretty skippy on there.
Yeah. I think I have a set of those Z06 wheels out of that red one. Where they? I got two sets of these actually.
They're in the Fiero box.
These ones.
Yeah, the ones from the C6 Corvette.
Yeah. I got these ones that I've glued brake calipers and all too, and then another set my dad got me. At a show, he bought a big box. At last show, he bought all those wheels and tires.
Those C6 wheels were in a box of parts that I got from Mike. When I bought those Pieros, he sent me a box of parts that had some Piero parts in it. And a bunch of Corvette parts in it too.
Oh, Camaro wheels look pretty good. I don't think they say shit. I don't think they're say. They don't say Chevy or anything in the center of them. No, there's not a bow tie or anything in them. So that works.
Well, boys and girls, it's 10 o'clock here in the middle of the West, and so I'm going to be on this long. I'm going to say good evening to everybody. Say we won't be here next week. We will be here 2 weeks, and we'll be here on New Year's Eve. Hi, Britta. How are you doing? So with that, I'm going to say we'll see you next time, guys.
All right. Have a good one, Bob.
Bye.